What's up, YouTube, and welcome to the channel. I am Adam, aka Pelton 2015. I thought I would go over a few reasons why I went with the F-150 here. And right off the bat, fuel economy. Granted, I know you don't buy a truck for fuel economy, but it's definitely doing better. And I haven't had a truck that got this good a gas mileage since my very first truck, which was a 2000 Ford Ranger. I haven't had anywhere near decent gas mileage since then. And I think with that Ranger, it only had like a 4-cylinder in it, so I was getting maybe 20, 22 miles a gallon, something like that, if I could keep my foot out of it, because, well, it was my first vehicle, and I hot-rodded the shit out of that truck. It really got beat to death. Let's see. Another reason that I went for it, I've always wanted a turbo vehicle. And this truck supposedly is better than a V8. After hooking up to my dad's 18-foot flatbed, it's apparent. It seems like this truck can really handle the load better than what my Ram could. Granted, this truck is significantly shorter, and one of these days that is going to change. I don't know if I'll be able to afford it right away, but I would like to eventually go with at least a 2-inch lift, whether it just be like a leveling kit or get an actual like 2.5-inch lift. Or like 3.5-inch, I don't know what it is, or what it comes for Ford. Number 3. The price difference, really. I mean, like, when it comes to a Ram, in which I thought this was the stupidest thing ever, I called up my local courthouse, because that's, obviously that's where you go and pay your property taxes. At least that's the case for here in Missouri. I went to go pay my property taxes, and I asked why it was so high. Because it was at like $250. Now, some people had said, maybe it's about horsepower. No, that's not it at all. Because as far as horsepower goes, that truck should cost somewhere around $350, $400. No, that truck only costs like I think he said it was like $130 per year, for, as far as taxes go for that truck. And because, like, I asked my cousin, who had a 3/4 ton Cummins at the time, how much he was paying, and he told me he was paying about $350 for his truck alone, because, well, he also had like 3 or 4 other vehicles. Let's see. But I just asked a few different people, and the Chevys were down at, like, they were all less than $200. Now, granted, I don't know how much a Ford is going to be, but the last time I had a Ford and I paid for, the property taxes on it, I think it was less than $100. Granted, it was a 2000 model, and this is a 2013. So, I'm expecting maybe $150 for this thing. Let's see. number 5 for why I bought this, it's, I mean, once again, I mean, it's just about the price. You know, granted, it takes a little more to fill this thing up. The other day I ran it down just a little too far, and it cost me $80 to fill this thing up. Now, I'm used to the RAM, in which the RAM, at the worst, cost me $65, $70, something like that, and I was almost on empty at that point. I was just below an eighth of a tank for this thing to go to $80, which is absolutely ridiculous. Got a couple of complaints about the truck, though. Number 1, and this is the biggest complaint, the friggin', sorry, I know I'm rambling a little bit, but the electronic throttle body is by far the stupidest friggin' thing ever. I mean, there is a friggin' delay. A delay. You shouldn't have a delay in a truck. You should be able to hot rod the living shit out of it at any given time. No, I'm just fucking with you. But there really is a delay. And it kind of sucks. Because when you're used to like an actual throttle cable, everything works almost instantly. Granted, you're not getting the power that you could get out of this. This truck is absolutely, by far, the most powerful truck I've ever had. I think it's rated somewhere around like 350, 400 horse. Something like that. Now, granted, that 3/4 ton I used to have would probably rival this thing a little bit in power. But that is number 1. Number 2, it's black. It's a pain in the ass to keep clean. I mean, really. I'm not that good of a detailer, and this thing will probably never look as good as it did the day I brought it home. But black is a real pain in the ass. It is a real pain. And I honestly never believed that. I never believed it, and I honestly never thought it would be a problem, but black really is a pain in the ass. And I know I'm probably going to get demonetized for this crap, but actually, I can't even get monetized because I don't have any subscribers. But I am on YouTube to, I don't know, just get my voice out there, I guess. Let's see. Third and final complaint. It is too quiet. It is too quiet. Here, let's see. Let's get a start up here. Here. Set this right there. Now, comparing that to my old truck, that is quiet. That is ridiculously quiet. And you can't even hear the turbos. In which, I mean, I knew what I was getting into. In which, you know, one of these days, in which it took me a little while to actually modify the last truck. But, first thing that's gotta go, That guy right there. That is the first thing that's got to go. That gigantic ass muffler is hurting the friggin' potential of this truck. And one of these days, I gotta get like a cold air intake and all that crap. Although that's definitely one thing I do miss about my Ram. The cold air intake that I bought for that was just like a regular Spectre intake, which only cost me like $170. Looking at cold air intakes for this truck, we're upwards of $200. Almost $300, $400 in some cases. And they all do the same amount of work. But that is going to wrap up today's video. I'll try and make some more regular videos. I'll actually get a driving video on the way home from work. Yeah, I'm hoping to get this channel growing. Hopefully I can, get some followers going. I'm just a local Missouri boy, and I just like getting my voice out there, and I like making these videos. I do like talking to whoever wants to watch these videos, So, there is the 5 things that I love about this truck, and 3 things that I hate. I might have to come up with another video to really specify the other 2 things that I hate about this truck. But so far, that throttle, that is the one thing that I truly hate. But we're going to end this video right here. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.